All right, what is going on, everybody? I am Masterswood here with my friend Mist, and we are here yet again, back at it, to bring you some UNC JV Overwatch here today in the Challenger Division against St. Andrews University. Mist, I think it's been about 3 months since we last casted a game together.
It's been a while. I'm excited to get back, though.
Yeah, I'm thrilled, and I'm happy that we get to watch some more of these awesome players. It's hopefully gonna be a good time. Hopefully we can pull out a win. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, we do have a little bit of roster news to talk about for the JV team.
Yes, we do.
I believe there's been an addition this week of player Shadow Beast to help come in and play the tank role for this game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shadow Beast is in. We expect him on the main tank. Maybe we'll see some off tank from him. Probably not. We expect him on the main tank. And I think you can talk about this, but we kind of expect him to be a big difference maker tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For those of you who don't know, I think longtime viewers might, Shadow Beast was a main tank player of the team last year, just the one team that we had. I played plenty of games with him, and I'll tell you what, he is a stud. He can play the Reinhardt. He can play Roadhog to an extremely good level, which I know is
Nice.
a little bit off meta, but we'll see what happens. He's got a very good Winston. He can basically play most tanks. He doesn't really have any weakness. He's good at the other roles, too. Now, I don't think we'll be seeing the Shadow Beast Genji coming out tonight, but in case of emergency, you never know.
We can only hope.
Yeah, but other than Shadow Beast, are there any players that you are, excited to see again at the start of the season?
Oh, man, it's hard to just pick one. I mean, you have a lot of players really kind of picking up new things, continuing to work over the offseason. I know Soistany? Yeah. Has been hard at work.
We can call her Soy.
Yeah. Has been hard at work on a few heroes, the Ana, the Lucio, that you've been maybe helping tutor behind the scenes. So I'm really excited to see how she pops off, kind of returning back from last season to this season with all those months of gains on kind of those off picks. We know she can do the Mercy fantastic, but it'll be really cool to see her on some other heroes maybe.
Yeah, very good Ana as well.
Absolutely.
She's been excited to show that off. We'll have to see if she is able to pull that out today, depending on the comps. I'll tell you, I'm excited, of course, as always, to see everybody's favorite Junkrat player, Coralligator.
Of course.
Just an absolute legend here on the Overwatch scene already. The man, he knows his geometry. He studied very hard in 10th grade or 9th grade or whenever he took geometry. I don't know. However they do it in Massachusetts. And we are so excited for that. I'm being told that we are headed into game, and the first map is going to be Lijiang Tower, so that will lend itself to some of that Coralligator Junkrat that we love to see.
Absolutely, especially on Control Center. I think we're going to be looking for that Coralligator Junkrat. Maybe on the other maps we get maybe a Pharah, maybe some other picks that could go better with that, maybe Symmetra. And we are opening on Gardens, so what do you think they're going to be on here, Sam?
Well, they're showing some of the Lucio. That would be interesting. I know Shadow Beast, loves playing the Reinhardt. He wants to brawl whenever he possibly can. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of brawl tonight. Of course, Jester has been playing Bat for a while now, and he's been doing some excellent work with that. Good fields, good amplification matrices coming out from him. So hopefully we'll get to see a Conquer that plays to their strengths.
Yeah, 100%. And we're looking at a Brawl Mirror Gardens right now, which is really interesting. So we might see dueling Sim TPs here. Let's see who can get it up faster, get more point control early.
Looks like we're going Speed Boost into TP. TP comes out from Coralligator. Both teams taking a TP onto the point. Maywall is up. You can see some brawling going on. Rayform is forced quickly from Nasco. He's been working on that Reaper. And a quick kill from Coralligator. Traded out on the Soy, but Coralligator's the one here doing a lot of the damage. Good land comes down to help save his life. Pressure being applied immense here onto St. Andrews. And it looks like it's going to be a UNC fight win first here as they clean up that TP.
Wow, the aggressive sim from Coralligator. Holding that left click, just applying so much pressure over time. And we really see UNC taking that point control I was talking about earlier, forcing St. Andrews to bend to their will, as you could say. Yeah, and now they've got control.
Shadow Beast already making his name known here. Getting close to that ult, whereas St. Andrews looking at 40% on the Shatter here. Now a big Fire Strike will help off of that. Another TP onto the point, trying to take space here. And another aggressive push coming out. There's the Shatter. It gets maybe one. It does get one. Yes, the May. There's a trade onto Shadow. These big kill from Soy. And Coralligator's lighting it up with that ultra charged beam. That'll be another fight win for UNC.
Wow, the double boop kill. I'm loving this initiative from UNC. They don't just let St. Andrews teleport onto point and take that point from them, fight them defensively. They're going right at them head on. You love to see that in the Brawl. The Brawl wants to play fast, and I think we're really seeing that tempo from UNC tonight. Love to see that.
I think we got to be worried about this Blizzard here on this next fight. What do you think?
That's me. Blizzard can absolutely be a fight turner. If you can get it off, I'm really looking at Camo Henry on this E here potentially.
Wall gonna go down here, help divide the point, allows St. Andrews here to take some space. Counter wall comes out, and there is an eat onto the Blizzard.
There it is.
You called him. It's Camo Henry. It's hungry
The
tonight.
reverse caster curse is in.
It's
Camo
beautiful.
Henry in it.
The wall's still up for UNC here. Now it will fall finally. Immortality Field down as well. Looks like some shatters could be traded soon. Big beat coming out. Soy's going to get hers online here, but not before Coralgator falls. Nazca's going to pop his ult. Bomb comes out. Amplification out. Nazca's got 2 with his Death Blossom, but the Symmetra is still alive on the point here. Now she falls. Camo Henry trying to clean up the kills onto the Baby D.Va. She gets remake though. Gotta be careful not to get booped. In the meantime, Soy's still stalling on the point here. This is still anybody's fight. Jester's alive and trying to pick up some kills as well. There's another kill from Coralgator onto the Lucio from the Symmetra turret. Some damage taken onto Soy here, but she's gonna live through that, and it looks like UNC's gonna be able to clean this up. Naso coming back to help. Shadow Beast lays one more in for good measure.
Wow.
We'll charge into the pillar just for the heck of it. And that is a dominant first round from UNC.
Wow, I am impressed. Is this the same team that we watched in the fall that we were sometimes a little worried about their pace? This is a fast team. They are absolutely taking the initiative in these fights. I'm really impressed with UNC's DPS as well as Shadow Beast, of course. But UNC's DPS, Soy with the speed boost, loving this brawl so far from UNC.
I gotta say, it says UNC varsity in the top left, and I know this is junior varsity, but I think they're playing like it's varsity right now.
They look maybe better than us. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see later this week.
I'm worried for my position at this point.
Yeah, looking like a unit playing such a coordinated brawl, cleaning up those kills with the Sim Reaper. Now moving on to the Sim Cree here, maybe for some insurance against to help the front line a little bit more without the Nay.
Yeah, Mercs are coming out on the Symmetra, but not TPing, interestingly enough.
And we have fixed the graphic.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess I had to point it out. What I'm happy about here is Coralgator's on this Junkrat. Now, St. Andrews going to try to establish point presence. Nasil goes on a big flank. Can't find the kill, but does force that ice block from the May. Soy looking here to pressure this Reinhardt, help get Shadow in. Oh, but she overextends it. She falls down. Immortality Field's traded. There goes Shadow as well. Camo Henry's able to pick up a kill. Able to DM. This is still winnable.
Trading.
Coralgator's alive, so this fight is definitely winnable for JV here. But still, point presence will go over. Coralgator, gets sniped out by that May.
Can't quite get the pick at the end. UNC probably needed about 1, maybe 2 more kills to actually have a real chance of turning that fight, but still impressive to be sort of in it until the very end. They're going to put together a fast recontest, and we'll see what they can do.
Tell you what, I don't think they knew Nazca was hiding off on that side there. Very risky from Nazca, but goes unpunished. Now he's going to be able to help clean up some of these sim turrets, go on this flank on the right side, and he might be able to build up High Noon here on this coast. Goes for the flash ban. Oh, doesn't get the kill with it, though. Ice block is forced out. Oh, headshot on the Nazca. He's going to have to retreat. Oh, and he falls. Blizzard coming up next. This one is not eaten. Coralgator trying to escape. Able to get a mech in the meantime, it looks like. But ult's coming out for St. Andrews. They're going to be able to hold on to this point for the meantime.
They are going to hold it. UNC coming up on some ultimates, but St. Andrews able to win these fights with a relative ult bank still left. They're going to have the symbol this fight. They're going to have beat this fight if Shadow is able to land a big shatter, or maybe you can get it preemptively for the Coralgator tire. We've seen Coralgator be the hero with those tires, so let's see what he can do.
I don't think they know, chat. I don't think they know. The beat comes out early. Maybe to counter the tire, but Coralgator just waits it out. Now coming down from above. He got a triple kill. He got a triple. No, that is why you do not beat tire, my friends, coming from a Lucio player. Myself. Bomb will come out, won't find any kills. There's a remake, but it won't matter. Just going to stagger this D.Va. I mean, Coralgator, he knows what he's doing.
We have our first Coralgator tire of the season, Sam. That was absolutely fantastic to watch. I've missed these. I've really missed these tires.
I have as well. And if you do some nice, fun, basic counting, that was a 2-for-1 ult trade there for UNC.
So UNC able to win with relatively few ults. That's what you want to see if you're a UNC fan. They've got the ult bank to work with for this fight.
Versus sets up the CP. It's in the middle of this team. This could get very hectic very quickly. Shatter comes out, will kill Soy. Still, this Reinhardt falls low. He's dead. But no supports online for UNC here. Natsu's going to be able to get the D-Mac. He'll have a free high noon should he choose to use it. Looks for the flashbang. Doesn't realize that's his own main tank. Pressure being applied here. Fire Strike is a good one. Will help UNC here. Mercy's going to have to back off. Camo Henry trying to get this exit kill, but won't be able to.
UNC with another really smart fight win, I think. They do lose a couple, but the only ult they use is Jester's Window. They've still got 5 ults online to take this next fight. You don't want to use them all. You don't want to blow all of your ults here because you've got another fight to win, but they've got options.
Wall goes down. There goes Bomb. Tire's coming next. Bomb won't find anything. Tire's still up in the air, looking for something. Soy Speed comes out to try to counteract that Blizzard. Lamp, oh, it just outlasts the Tire. Nosko having to retreat. He'll escape, but he won't. He gets picked off at the very end. A beat forced here at the end. Maybe a little bit of over-investment, and Jester's trying to sell his point best he can, but it looks like UNC is going to lose this fight eventually. Oh, he uses the amplification matrix. That is an investment. Corralgator's able to get a kill. Jester's looking to keep applying the pressure. Camo Henry trying to protect him. He even uses the lamp. A bomb goes off the map. Trying to take up the D.Va, he does. A risky play from Jester that just might pay off. Camo Henry's still alive here too, trying to pick up the Symmetra. He loses the mech.
They've got to deal with Jester over there. He just got the Mei as well.
There's a flash. There's a fan. There goes Lucio on the side of St. Andrews. Nosko will fall, but UNC holds on to the point. That is incredible.
Wow, the carry back from Jester over there. He was just never dealt with.
13 HP. Can't get the remake. This D.Va's stuck behind looking for Mega. I don't think UNC knows that she's there. No, she does. She gets taken out by Nosko. Nosko with the awareness. Great job by him.
No
Shadow Beast drops. Shadow Beast drops that Shatter in the meantime. UNC's getting all the cleanup kills. I think it's just as Lucio here. A flash onto him. He's one shot. Somebody's just got to hit him once. There we go. A bomb coming out from Camo Henry. A Shatter won't mean anything. That is round 1. And I got to say, that was very fun to watch. The confidence that we are seeing from this team is amazing.
Yeah, that was incredible. UNC able to continue from the sim comp on round 1 to the jump comp on round 2.
I'm just gonna interrupt you, miss. I just want to watch this again.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just bask in the glory. There we go.
Bask in that 3K tire.
I mean, no,
everybody's favorite ultimate in the game. Never frustrating to play against in the slightest. You love it when it's on your side, and with Corralgator, it will be.
Yes, and I gotta say that is why it is a risky endeavor to try to beat a tire. It's definitely a desperation measure, if anything.
Absolutely. Timing's so finicky because you want to hit the beat kind of as the tire's going to explode, but then you might get tired out of beat. If you do it too early, like we might have seen from St. Andrews there, the Junkrat can just wait it out. He's got 10 seconds to blow that tire up. You can wait until beat is pretty much a non-factor anymore.
Yeah, and I got to say, Jester, any fight is winnable according to Jester. I'll tell you that.
It's always winnable.
I thought it was going to be a little bit of a waste of an ult at the moment. But with the pace UNC was playing at, getting all these people back, and with Camo Henry there helping take out some players, a big risk and one that pays off for UNC.
I love this risk-taking UNC JV team. You're never going to win if you play totally safe all the time. You've got to make risky plays. My main tank, Don Josue, is well aware of this as he charges off the map. But
we love you, Don.
But it's true. We have to make those. You have to make those risky plays in order to actually be the one who carries. And Jester decided it's my time to carry. I'm going to lay this window down. They're not going to be able to deal with me. I'm going to kill everybody, and we're going to win this fight.
Yeah,
that's what we saw.
Another shout out goes to Nosko. I think he was playing a little bit of Mick right click that round, which. Hey, that's my favorite way to play.
Might be the best way.
Cassidy.
That might be the best way to get value out of that Cassidy with those range nerfs that we saw a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a sniper like he once was.
No, yeah. I mean, if you can get in close range with that fan, I mean.
That fan can do a lot of work. Maybe not onto a 250 HP target like the Mei, as we saw that one time with the duel.
Yeah.
She can get in that ice block before you can get the finish, but if you can go in the back line and even as Cassidy just trade for somebody, trade for a support, trade for like the Symmetra, that's massive value for him.
Yeah, so as our off-tank extraordinaire, I got to ask, give me a little evaluation of Camo Henry's play there. I thought he was doing some good things.
I did too. So obviously what sticks out is the Blizzard Eat on first point. Blizzard, such an impactful ultimate and also fairly edible for tastes pretty good, tastes like ice cream for D.Va players because it's kind of choreographed. Mei kind of says a voice line, runs forward, does a whole arm thing, and then throws it. It's a lot easier to eat than, say, Grav that just comes out. So you want your diva to eat as many blizzards as she can, and we saw a huge eat there on first point from Camo Henry. But outside of that, you're looking at him kind of mopping up those kills on low targets, kind of recognizing those opportunities. I think we saw a lot of that last map, so I was really happy with that.
Yeah, definitely a solid map all around for UNC. I mean, is there anybody that we haven't talked about? Because they probably deserve praise. I mean, Shadow Beast coming in.
Yeah, Shadow Beast doing Shadow Beast things.
Yeah, I mean, he came in, earned that first shatter quickly. And, he made it known that UNC is going to be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with in this brawl. Now, you might think if you're St. Andrews then, you wouldn't want to pick a map that it's brawl heavy. You know, you maybe want to pick something for this hybrid map, maybe like Blizzard World or Numbani, kind of divey.
Yeah.
So, Miss, what do you think St. Andrews picked here?
So I may be cheating a little bit, Sam, but I am seeing King's Row. So definitely not kind of that hybrid style dive-oriented map, maybe some double shield. St. Andrews, is, despite losing on Brawl on those first 2 maps of Lijiang, they trust this comp for themselves. They want to run this Brawl. They want to win on it. They want this Mei comp. They think they can do it with the Mei. So only time will tell if they are making a very smart decision or a horrible mistake.
Yeah, it's not the pick I would have chosen.
Yeah.
Given the scenario, and if I were to have chosen King's Row, you know, you can run things that are not Brawl on King's Row.
Of course.
A little bit sometimes off meta, but, you know, double shield can be good. There are certain areas at the point of the map where ball comps can even be good. But it's going to be Brawl Mirror. The difference being, of course, this Mei coming out from Sotonix, I believe. Yes. And
yes.
It's going to be the rotation through the right side by UNC here.
Yeah, so UNC trying to make a call to go top right. Let's see how they end this rotation. Do they want to Nasco just W it?
It looks like they wanted to do a little bit of poking.
Yeah, maybe get a little bit of poke in, get a fire strike in, and then rotate to top. Do they jump over or do they drop down here? Let's see.
Now the rotation comes through. Corralgator already landing some damage on the Merxa here. Nasco going off on this high ground flank. You love to see it. Going to be looking to try to put pressure on the BAP. Doesn't know that he's already dropped, but in the meantime, there's a fight going on the point. Lamp is forced from the side of St. Andrews. And a big pick onto the Lucio. Nasco get this very powerful high ground position, and going to help capitalize is Shadow Beast with the fire strike. He'll drop the shatter.
Maybe the BM shatter at the end.
A little bit of disrespect coming out from the man.
Yeah, and maybe it was necessary, you know. We'll maybe give it to him.
Any fight is winnable, as Gesture has shown in the last map.
Maybe after that, UNC kind of worrying that one person could turn a whole fight around, so they want to make sure all these kills are mopped up and pushing up the staggers.
Speaking of Shadow Beast and Gesture here, they're going up all the way, trying to get picks in the enemy spawn from B. Of course, they will be spawning in far spawn in C now, but Soy's there with them. They want to kill everything. Cassie coming in the backline. Good headshot from Soy. Very weak, and Soy will find another headshot. That's a nice cleanup coming from the Lucio there in the aggressive push. Oh, and Camo Henry loses his mech.
The mech at the end is unfortunate. That Mei is going to be satisfied. Tonic satisfied with what he just did. He's going to give UNC a more difficult fight if Camo Henry can't build that mech fast enough. But they do have the junk tire here and the shatter again. He's got another shatter, my man, to be able to kind of stall for that, to make up for almost being down a tank. You essentially have 3 DPS with a Baby Diva, and not a very good one.
There's basically 2 people flanking with ult here. You have Shadow Beast and Coralligator who's on the high ground.
Just give him
one of them's going to get value at some point. Shatter comes out. Yeah, it gets 3 and a double kill from Coralligator. Good combo there, so it's going to be to help pick up the end of this kill. Coralligator gets killed by Tonix again.
I think that's
Camo Henry, excuse me.
Henry going down to Tonix. Tonix really looking for the Diva here, probably because that's the big threat to eat his ultimate. So very scary for the Mei player. The Mei player wants the freeze onto the Diva, or the Diva out of mech for that safe Blizzard.
Yeah, Tonix said, you took my Blizzard on round 1, I take your life on round 2 here.
Absolutely, but
and
Henry already back here for this next fight.
Yeah, unfortunately had to make the long trek from far spawn on B, but he'll be able to be back with his team before this fight starts. And now it's going to be up to some other players outside of Corralgator and Shadow Beast to get value out of their ults here. Bomb will come through. Corralgator trying to escape. Oh, can't quite do it. Blizzard comes out. Bomb. That's 3 down inside of UNC. Nasco, a little bit more right click, finding a trade onto his counterpart, but that one's going to go all St. Andrews there. Jester used Amplification Matrix as well as Nosco's High Noon. So some ults being traded, and St. Andrews getting the better of them.
Yeah, St. Andrews using that beat bomb and mail there to secure that fight win. UNC pushing back in faster.
Oh, a big Shatter Bomb combo! You gotta love it. A classic of the tank duo. Shadow Beast gonna try to chase down this Baptiste. He's weak, but so is the Bap. Kill goes on the Shadow Beast at the last instant there, so fighting without that main tank is gonna be difficult. I feel like, we're seeing a lot of aggression from UNC, which is great.
100%. UNC is never satisfied. Look, they're still hunting kills now with Camo Henry pushed up. Will get shattered. Punished maybe for being in front of the rest of the team.
An Amplification Matrix and a High Noon on opposite sides. Zoe's going to try to speed her team away here. That's going to be it for that fight. I was going to say, Miss, we're seeing a lot of aggression, which is great. But sometimes that aggression, you'll lose one player at the end of the fight, and that'll hurt you for the next fight.
And the other thing about that aggression, it's almost always good if it's done together. You just need to do it together, and that's the best way to play. You can't be aggressive really on your own in these team comps.
Wall comes out, 2 kills go through, but now the Blizzard, it's going to be dangerous. A big lamp and nice peel from Coralligator. He's able to take out the Mei, who is going to be a threat for UNC. A trade onto the Mecha Camo Henry, but that's all the value that Merxa is going to get there. Coralligator now holding this very strong position, finding some shots onto the right side. Exit. Nosco goes to the flash van again. Is going to be able to pop that High Noon soon. So he's still holding on to that Lucio ult. High Noon coming out, but it won't be in time. And UNC with a 3-minute and 3-second time bank on King's Row, capping third.
Extremely impressive.
It's still going all their way, Mist.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of what we saw on Lijiang Tower again with this Brawl Mirror. I think that St. Andrews, they need to recognize the value of having that Mei, hitting more of those walls. We weren't really seeing a lot of, I guess, impactful walls coming out, where maybe a wall onto the Reinhardt, forcing a lot of resources out from UNC. And when you're not getting that out of your Mei, and your Mei is maybe missing on that frontline pressure, you start to wonder if maybe like UNC has the advantage running a more off-meta, quote-unquote, pick like Junkrat that Coralligator specializes in. I think that's the key for St. Andrews, is abusing the fact that they have a Mei and UNC does not.
Yeah, you got to be looking for those speed boost engages onto the Mei walls. Looks like a lot of those Mei walls placed kind of far back in the fight, sometimes a little bit too early. It's hard to time up the engage there if you aren't nailing it. I love just watching Lucio's wall right around. This just brings me joy.
Rollouts. I 100% agree, though. I think if St. Andrews wants to come back in this, their big key to victory is going to be, well, cute sprays, as well as really hitting impactful Mei walls early or kind of early mid of the fight, and then everybody rushing that wall target, capitalizing on those walls, using Symmetra for rotations. Yeah,
it looks like we might be getting a bit of a high ground rotation via the Symmetra here. Maybe we'll even get the wall strat as well, so that the TP won't be exposed at all. It's a TP onto the statue. Take an aggressive position here. Wall does go up. I don't know if it traps anybody, but now it is at the back of Shadow Beast. He's still able to brawl, though. Lamp comes out, and he's able to take out the Reinhardt on the other side. No problem. That rotation...
Shadow having none of that.
Yeah.
Shadow having absolutely none of that. Pressing the W key, walking in, getting big swings, getting big ult charge. I mean, you can see the ult charge difference between these Reinhardts. I mean, you can see how much Shadow is brawling. He's almost got a Shadow already. 40 seconds into the round.
Let me tell you, this won't be a bold prediction, but I got a feeling Shadow Beast will not be holding on to this Reinhardt ult for long.
Nor should he.
No, big mine coming on. Direct shot off the bounce onto that Baptiste there. Coralligator's finding value. Another rotation here. Jester won't use the lamp just yet. Feeling okay in his position, and a pick. Coralligator finds the Symmetra. This Mei does have a good high ground position, but now gives it up. Shadow Beast.
Oh, the shatter blocked by the Mei.
Yeah, okay. I think that wall did block the shatter there completely. But still, it's not going to stop UNC from getting aggressive. A lamp into the small room. They just want to brawl this hard. Shadow Beast will get traded, but it looks like the kills are going the way of UNC for the most part. Still, TP will come through. We'll allow for a little bit of point presence here from St. Andrews. Kill goes on to, oh my goodness, the DPS of UNC are finding kills left and right here. That was a weird fight.
It was a weird fight, but I think for UNC it was actually played fantastic. What we saw was St. Andrews trying to make the rotation and UNC just saying no.
We have a Corral Gator tire, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Jumping around left, right, heading into this mezzanine here.
Does get the sim.
It's just, you can't escape it. You can only wish to contain the Corral Gator tire. Maybe that's just one kill is what it means to contain it. But that'll send the Symmetra back to spawn there, and there'll be another 15-second or so waiting period for St. Andrews.
You still like that if you're UNC, though, because that's another, like you said, like 10 to 15 seconds of waiting for that sim. You need that sim with their comp, with St. Andrews' comp. They're going to try the statue again.
Wizard will come out. Lamp is going to be forced from Jester, but the Amplification Matrix in the Fire Strike trades the May. In fact, it's not trade. Nobody's down on the side UNC, and the Lucio go down early again. Nasco will get punished here, but Coralligator will get a 2K mind out.
Coralligator's in your back line. Some
of
the most terrifying sentences you can say on stream. But Coralligator is in your back line. You never like to hear that.
Yeah, I think
he's got the nades. He's got the mines.
I think we might get demonetized on YouTube if we upload this for saying that. That's, this is pretty much a route going the way.
And he's got another tire. If UNC can continue this proactive of a play style, kind of taking the fights before St. Andrews is set up and ready, they're catching them in rotation. That's what's so effective for them right now.
Look at these, all these shots are landing for Coralligator. You see this D.Va's half health trying to make this rotation. You know, they're able to rotate up to the high ground here, but I'm not sure they're going to have that much of a positional advantage. Oh, a D.Va bump kills Soy? Not sure how that happened. But Coralligator's flanked behind anyway. Speed comes out. You're trying to beat the tire again. Got to be careful. Will it find any kills?
Only 1 second.
It got two! Of course it did. Nazco there to clean up another one as well. Jester hasn't even used Lamp this fight. He finally throws it down to keep his tanks up. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Coralligator, Nazco both finding kills with their ultimates.
Just the thorns in the side of this St. Andrews rush has been these poking DPS and Shadow Beast's own proactivity.
And if you're St. Andrews here, you just use the farm in that fight. And Soy's going to have her beat to help counter anything that they can throw at them. Shatter is blocked by Shadow Beast. Amplification Matrix comes out. They won't even touch.
They can't even make it to point. Wow. Wow. Okay, UNC JV. Okay. Okay, we see you. And let's watch this yet again.
In the least shocking development of all time, Coralligator has gotten another play of the game.
Yeah, 2 for 2 so far to start this season. We'll see his play of the game percentage. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that a stat we can track?
Production, can we track that, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 for 2 on play of the game so far. We'll have production keep track of that.
Yeah. That'll be the big key stat going into next week.
Maybe we'll have that on the lower third next week.
Of course, yeah. I think something that's very telling as to how that defense went for UNC is that I don't think Soy used beat.
No.
Because she never had to.
Yeah, it was incredible. And that's not to say that St. Andrews maybe didn't land any crucial ultimates. I saw there was a Blizzard that Jester was able to lamp himself, but not his Reinhardt. But UNC able to just play it off using that bomb from Camo Henry. That was big. And then those DPS just poking from those off angles. Just a horrible, horrible thorn in the side of St. Andrews, that entire offense.
Yeah, I mean, Coralligator at the end with the tire, he's tiring from where they just rotated from.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, he's like...
It's the last place they're going to check.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can make this rotation with my tire.
Yes.
And pick up 2 kills on point at the very last moment there.
Yeah, 1 second away from that tire exploding. He's able to find those 2 kills, get it onto point. And I think, UNC is just doing so much well right now.
Yeah.
Their tempo is just different as opposed to St. You can see the tempo. As St. Andrews kind of makes a more slower kind of lumbering rotation, kind of getting everybody together, then walking over to where they want to go. What we're seeing from UNC is just, I'm here, now I'm there. Like, I know where I need to be, and we're there, no questions asked.
And in the middle of getting there, I also got 2 kills.
Yeah, and we get 2 kills along the way just for fun. And then we take a 4v6 and we just sprawl it out and win.
Yeah. Something I got to say is that I'm seeing a lot of coordination coming out on the window fire strikes here from Jester and Shadow Beast. So, you know, the kind of newer edition of Shadow Beast is not being a hindrance at all. You're seeing some teamwork going on. I think I saw maybe 3 or 4 Amplification Matrix fire strike kills. So that was
100%.
That was some great collaboration coming out. I think Jester's having a heck of a game so far.
I would agree. Honestly, like, of course we see Coralligator making these incredibly flashy plays, and he has been getting insane value on the Junkrat. First on the Symmetry, you remember that first fight on Lijiang Tower with his Sim kind of just rolling through. But then on the Junkrat, of course, on Control Center, then on all of King's Row, you saw the Junkrat's value. But even in spite of that, I think Jester's been having maybe the game of this season so far for UNC. This has been
This
so
is the first game
impressive.
of the season, but yes, I agree.
Well, yeah. He's an early front runner.
Yeah.
Dominating this first game here. The heals coming out, the windows coming out with frequency. So
great
many
lamps.
windows. Some incredible lamps, keeping Shadow Beast alive and letting him aggro with this Lucio. This UNC backline has been the kind of the unsung heroes, I think, of this game so far.
As backline drops in R.
As you would know, absolutely dominating.
Yeah, some great
with
stuff.
These heals.
We're headed to Escort next, and I'll say as a little spoiler alert, I've been told we're headed to Havana. So I think this might be a little bit of a chance to see, depending on what UNC wants to play, maybe we see some long-range hit scan coming out from Nasco here?
Yeah, this may be our first kind of change of pace for UNC, potentially. You can actually run the brawl here if you want, especially on defense, if you want to hit the close hold. And then maybe you want to respond with your own brawl, and then it just becomes King's Row in Cuba. But a lot of different comps definitely get run here. You see a lot more double shield here than, say, King's Row or Lijiang Tower.
Right. Can I just say, King's Row in Cuba, I'm calling that for my next alternative music album name. It's Overwatch themed. Yeah.
We'll show it on stream if it ever happens.
Yes, for sure. It's all reggae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's performed by people that aren't me.
That's probably for the best.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy. Okay. So we are seeing a little change of pace here from UNC. We've got, at least so far, we've got Shadow Beast on the Hog, on the pick that you mentioned. We know him for his Reinhardt. Everybody who was watching last year knows him for his Reinhardt. But, as Sam mentioned, also a beast on the Hog. Let's see how UNC deals with this close spawn hold here from St. Andrews University.
Yeah, and really you might have to be looking for a pick coming out either from the Hog off of a hook or from Coralligator here on this Hanzo. Getting a pick can often be the way that you break this close hold. Just find that first kill, and that was quick.
There it is from Jester, of course.
Yeah, so as everybody predicted, with the damage moves coming out from Soy, Soy knows who the real priority is. It's the guy who's been killing it all game. Nasco will help collect the Reinhardt here, and there was a close hold. It lasted about 5 seconds.
Yeah, with that pick coming out just instantly. I think St. Andrews kind of maybe a little tentative there, kind of backed off, let UNC come out of their spawn doors, and there's a big hook from Shadow Beast on the support.
Shadow Beast is good at Roadhog. I said it at the beginning, you said it going into the map, and I'll say it again. The man is landing hooks left and right. He has his ult, and he's using it. He's going to maybe pick up a kill here. He does onto that D-Mac Diva. Lands another hook. Finds the kill onto the Reinhardt. My God, Shadow Beast.
Calm down, Shadow. They have family,
Oh
Shadow.
My goodness! Shadow Beast living up to the name in all senses of it. And he's going to keep going here. He has that hook online. Yeah, I think he's landed about 6 straight hooks at the moment. He's going to take that
accuracy
breather.
percentage is off the charts.
Oh, a nice
play.
bait from Tonix there. But they're going to go down very weak health, about half health. And Shadow Beast has still got this very forward position poking in here. Meanwhile, UNC is going to cap first. And Shadow Beast found another hook.
Found another one. And, this is just absolutely brutal stuff from UNC here with these staggers.
Oh, what was that? Another hook from Shadow Beast? Another ult from Shadow Beast? This man is a cheat code.
This is almost brutal to watch. Shadow Beast absolutely dominating on this Hog, and UNC is not getting these kills all at once, you might see. They're getting them in a staggered format.
Nice pull there from Camo Henry.
Forces the ice block for the...
Oh, nice wall, but Nasco's in there. Yeah, and Nasco will find the kill.
Will get it done with the melee. But UNC is getting these mad staggers. There really hasn't been a team fight almost this entire map.
I see another flanking Roadhog here. I hear a hook. I think it might have gotten blocked that time. But Shadow Beast has got this really powerful offing here as St. Andrews is trying to... Is that a Lucio challenging Coralligator?
That is.
I just want to watch this real quick. Shadow Beast will interrupt the 1v1 because of course he will. A wall comes out from, I believe that's Merxa there. Coralligator falling so weak. Will get punished eventually, but...
couple of kills
Oh, I think Shadow Beast landed another hook.
Yeah, he seems to be about 3v1ing in their spawn, which, you know, is definitely a choice, but one that's working out right now is, even with those picks from St. Andrews, UNC is still probably going to push this right in here. They will. 5-minute time by going into Havana third.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Hana is a famously easy-to-attack map.
Yeah,
and,
nothing hard about it.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that is the most sarcastic sentence I think I've ever said on broadcast. This is nothing short of a massacre going on here, with Shadow Beast probably with the 85% hook accuracy. This is absurd from UNC right now.
Yeah, trying to think of what St. Andrews can do to slow this pig down. I mean, he seems unstoppable. Freezing him is definitely going to be up play, but he's not in this ult. They go for the Orisa. Actually gets booped into Lamp.
The Lamp will save the Orisa there. Nice one coming out from Jester Kid. Now he's got his own amplification matrix. A beat coming out. Soy's popped Valk at this point.
Pick from Corral
Gator finds a dink as well as that pick. Soy and Valk here trying to keep her team up, doing a successful job of it, and slowly but surely, they're still taking space as UNC. Bomb will go in. Jester falls so weak, but he doesn't die to it. Soy's able to help get him pop back up. A Shatter comes out, finds 2 on the ground, but it's Shadow Beast finding the kill. There's finally a trade onto him. He finally falls. The D.Va finds Nasco. Soy trying to get out with her life here. With Coralligator doing his best to find a pick in the late fight. Camel Henry falling so weak. Is UNC finally getting slowed down?
They do get the BAP. I don't... It's hard to know. They're going to invest the mail to try to finish this one.
The Fortify coming out from the Orisa. I don't think anybody gets hit by that Blizzard. Oh, but Camel Henry does fall. Does Soy have the res up? I think she might. Someone's going to need to help protect her, though, if she's going to go for it.
Yeah, and Shadow, for once, not hitting a hook. That may be the first time so far this game. And we have Coralligator switching over to the Widowmaker.
Oh, trying to duel this May. Taking that aggressive position on the barrels. Tonix is out here doing his best to keep his team in and finding some... Oh, my God.
Once again.
This should not be allowed.
You can't have this happening.
This isn't right.
You can't have this happening. Stop him.
Tonix getting sent to the stratosphere. Now we'll get thrown off the map, maybe? Not quite. Hook just misses to the right. It wouldn't surprise me to see Shadow Beast just jump down and kill Tonix here. Trying to find the wall for...
And that's a ton from the top of Tonix's own May wall. Oh, no.
Disrespect in every sense of the word. High Noon will come out here.
It's Shadow again.
There is a hog. There's a hog that is alive. You have to kill him. He's just finding all the value in the world. Jester's got this very aggressive position. Camera Henry finds a kill, and Soy pops the Valkyrie all at the same time. Oh, let's see it. Blaster kill, blaster kill, blaster kill. Oh, dang it. Oh, double kill bomb.
Actually. And the mail comes out again.
There we go. Blaster kill. Woo.
Blaster kill on the May from Soy.
I don't think UNC is going to win this fight. I'm just excited for blaster kill. Still, Lucio falling weak here.
St. Andrews definitely with the spawn advantage, as you can see. Hog just now coming back. Do they invest the supercharger here to try to turn this?
Camel Henry
probably not, but maybe a quick
4-5.
readjustment.
Trying to keep himself up. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a stabilization here.
Yeah.
Wall comes out, doesn't find any value.
Wow.
This will allow UNC to aggress here pretty easily.
And to St. Andrews' credit, they have killed 3 minutes. We were talking about a 5-minute time bank coming in on third point. They have managed to knock 3 minutes off of that, but let's see if they can keep that defensive streak going.
Nasco's here on the flank. Doesn't have much protection. I think he wants to bump that high noon, but this is a hard spot to do it from. And Shadow Beast, I believe, does fall there.
Yeah,
oh, excuse me, no, that's Coralligator on the Widow. Shadow Beast is alive and well, popping his ult. Another kill found onto that Reinhardt. Hook lands, but he dies before he can even get to the hook, to the Roadhog there, Jesus.
I think what we're seeing, and Baptiste here from St. Andrews is accepting his fate. Accepting what would have happened had he stayed and tried to duel Nasco.
I'm a little bit speechless watching that, yes. There's
another hook on the
Oh, that's kind of painful. The Reinhardt falls, so does Lucio. As some of you might be able to tell, I'm running out of words to describe, A, just how dominant Shadow Beast and the rest of UNC9 were on the map, and B, that was, I don't even know. I don't even know.
That was most certainly a Roadhog moment. And I think really what we're seeing is St. Andrews kind of not recognizing the strengths of their comp that they can run. I think they're kind of almost trying to play they're letting UNC play their game, that poke, that looking for picks, those looking for angles. They're kind of just letting UNC set up those positions instead of actually kind of using that Lucio that you have, using the May, isolating people, speeding onto people, freezing them. You're just not seeing kind of the strengths of this brawl comp coming out from St. Andrews, and now we might have a Brig coming out.
Or you don't want to sit this one out, Reinhardt.
A brick.
I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe an Ana come out from St. Andrews with this Hog getting this much value. You can sleep him, you can anti him. No Hog likes being anti, trust me.
Yeah, I was actually going to suggest St. Andrews switch over to the Ana there, but it looks like they're just going to stick with the Lucio here, not actually staying on that brick pick. UNC's in a bit of a weird comp. We see Soy's on the Lucio here. Are they going to hold close with an Orisa?
You'd think it was Brawl until you saw the tanks.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how UNC decides to use these kind of, on the face of it, different parts to execute a defense here.
Yeah, they're going to hold close with an Orisa.
Oh, no, they're really close.
A nice angle here from Nasco, taking that aggressive high ground position that's kind of hard to punish. Has a TP at his back to help him get out of trouble if he needs it. Still.
Oh, maybe just staying a little too long against Tonix, who was able to get the pick, and that's probably going to be UNC giving space here.
Perhaps a bit greedy. Wall's going to help keep Camel Henry out, but he's going to be able to find his way back eventually. It's going to be a retreat here coming out from UNC. They do have that Lucio, and I believe they forced Lamp there. So that'll be good for them. Going to be able to stabilize at this corner here, but it's going to be up to probably one of the DPS of Shadow Beast to find a pick here to help stabilize the position.
Yeah, and we do see UNC and Soy utilizing the speed for their own advantage. They want to get out, and they do without losing anybody else, and the map is dead from Shadow.
Speak of the devil, or speak of the hog.
Yeah.
2 kills going the way of UNC. Natsuko's going to get a little flash ban. He's been doing it all game. You love to see it. And that's a fight win for UNC. Gonna be able to chase down this Mei with the Lucio. Yes.
Really
and the D.Va mech. Oh, a nice use of tech there, getting the D.Va closer to the team to help take her out of mech. Won't go for the stagger. And
we'll go for the ult.
We'll go for the amplification matrix. I gotta tell you, I think Shadow and Jester must have hooked up for this game.
The emote from Jester coming out.
My man is feeling himself right now. Jester's having a great game, and he knows
You can't entirely blame him. He's been absolutely dunking on them this game, and we're seeing him realizing that the window kind of in St. Andrews' spawn, maybe showing they just want to get out of spawn at this point. But Nasco picks the map.
Nasco is out here. Nasco's out here flanking like a wild man. Love to see it. He's going for another one here. Might pop the ult. The Shadow goes down as well. I believe he finds the mech on the D.Va. Yes, he does. And another kill onto the Reinhardt here in the front line. In the meantime, Shadow Beast is already in the back line trying to spawn camp. So he's there to escort him personally. This is a lot of fun to watch if you're a UNC fan.
Yeah, this is truly a good day to be a Tar Heel. If you're an esports fan, this is about as dominant as you could ask for.
I love this position being set up here by Coralgator with the teleporter. Some nice call-outs going on here. You can tell UNC's been just working at getting that chemistry down. A hook onto the D.Va. I think Shadow Beast might die here. I'm going to go out on a limb.
It's looking like it.
It's looking. Bomb comes out. Wall comes out.
He will
Finally, Mercer gets a kill. Soy Beast just a little late. Can't save Nasco. Wall goes down still. UNC might be able to stabilize this, but they're going to need to find a pick soon. There's a kill onto the mech, but a wall comes down for St. Andrews. Full retreat mode is Camel Henry right here, popping the fortify. Still, with that Lucio, able to buy some space, and now Jester has another amplification matrix, trying to find some kills. We'll have to get back up over this wall. Tonix taking an aggressive angle. Shadow just can't land the hook, won't be able to punish it this time. But still, UNC's going to be able to... An aggressive boop, and speed was coming out from Soy. That was amazing. UNC is able to re-engage so quickly here. And they're able to find 2 kills off the back of it. Lamp being forced here. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. A Shadow will fall in the meantime. But still, UNC's got all the momentum, all the pace here. And I think Nasco, saw that one coming.
Why would you do it any other way when what works works? But I think what's incredible is you have Shadow Beast on the ball here coming back. But what I think is incredible there is you have UNC as the aggressor. They're the ones trying to push back in. They should be the ones that are struggling to even get on that point. But St. Andrews giving them just enough air for them to be able to actually just make a hard push back out and get a kill on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, and that was awesome from Soy with the speed boost engage into the boop, into the Reinhardt boop into her own team. Jester will get picked here in the battle 1v1. I think Camel Henry's stuck behind. This is a weird fight. Natsuko's going to be able to find value off of this flank. This is a weird one. Wall's coming out, both in terms of Symmetra and Mei. Shadow Beast going in for the pile driver. He'll find 2, make it 3. It's a big ult from Camel Henry using that Orisa ult that I cannot remember the name of right now. I'll
That
call
would
it
be a
Bongo.
supercharger, Sam,
Thank
but
you, Miss.
that's what I'm here for.
We all forget things sometimes.
We do.
Uh,
It's okay.
yeah.
But you're just so kind of enveloped in that UNC dominance that you
Yeah, I'm just in shock and awe, no doubt about it. This is Shadow Beast at the end here, picking up 3. As I was saying, it was a big supercharger that helped get that extra damage to allow UNC to win that fight. Nice job from Camo Henry there. Point out the Orisa, not traditionally a main tank, but he's doing a good job there. I will point out, unfortunately, the Coralligator perfect streak to play the game was broken up there, but 2 out of 3
it was
is
going to
still,
happen eventually.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 is still very impressive. I'm sure we'll have that in the lower third next week.
Yeah, how many plays of the game this season can Coralligator get on these tires?
Prod is opening loot boxes in the meantime. We got a legendary.
We did get a legendary.
And speaking of legendary, that was a bit of a legendary performance from UNCJV right there. That was just pure dominance for 3 maps.
That was pure dominance, and of course it's tempting to say maybe that this was... There might be debate as to whether St. Andrews lost this game or if UNC won this game. That's a common talking point you hear in sports,
Sure.
but it is really my opinion that UNC went out and won this game. I think they played super aggressive. They knew what they could get away with. They knew what they could punish. It was excellent play. They were the ones setting the tempo all night. They were playing faster. They were playing more coordinated with these TPs. I think the TPs coming out made a huge difference when Coralligator was on the sim. And you saw it right from the first fight that they were the ones pushing into St. Andrews. They were always the attackers.
Yeah, the aggression coming out from UNCJV, it was awesome to see. Sometimes you can run the Lucio, but you can still not really be that aggressive. That's why I was stuck in bronze for so long. But
we don't talk about those days.
No, not at all. But honestly, I think that was shown here in this game, but it was to the benefit of UNC. I think they were the ones showing that we are going to be the aggressor with the Lucio. Even if we're running an Orisa at main tank and you are running a Reinhardt.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Orisa's frontline gapping a Reinhardt. That's not something you expect to see every day. With an Orisa, you think it's going to be more sitting back, kind of beaming from afar. Not here. We had the Orisa running headfirst, battle cattle, straight there.
Yeah, that was amazing. And speaking of beaming, I want to say great symmetric play, as you mentioned, coming out from Coralligator.
Absolutely.
Proving to everybody that while we do always love to see him on Junkrat, he can play other things, of course. Saw him on that Hanzo, as well as that Widow on Havana attack. And then, yeah, the Symmetra on defense, I think he did a really good job there. And I'm excited to see him as he continues to expand that hero pool. But mostly, I love seeing him play Junkrat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Junk is just so entertaining to watch. He makes it look like such a flashy, fun hero. I mean, some of us may have that perception of Junkrat as kind of sitting back and just spamming down a choke. Not tonight, not Coralligator. No. He was in the back line, especially that King's Row defense I think about was just absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Coralligator in the back line, unchecked, absolutely dominating.
Yeah, and speaking of
2Ks left and right.
Speaking of, if you're keeping track of how many points St. Andrews was able to cap in this map, I believe it was none.
It was none.
UNC
yes.
with the full shutout. No points on, no even ticks on Kings Row A, I believe. No cap of Havana A. I mean, Havana, as we mentioned, is a really easy attacking map. So
not really.
Not at all.
But UNC certainly made it look easy for a while.
Yeah.
When you have a Roadhog who's getting as much value as Shadow Beast was able to get tonight, it certainly looks easy. When you're fighting up 6v4, 6v5 every fight, then it's a pretty easy attack map. It's really only hard when it's a full 6v6, and Shadow Beast said that was not going to happen tonight. For 2 points, those staggers on the side of St. Andrews on Havana were absolutely brutal. They really didn't get a team fight until third point.
Yeah.
They just never had one.
And they were able to, as you said, chip some time off once we got the third point.
They did.
Some good bombs coming out, some good walls coming out. It's a little bit easier to kind of break up the team sometimes on Havana third once you get into that choke area.
So, yeah, Havana third is such a strange point. It's so open for so long. If you're running that Rhine comp like we saw from St. Andrews, your one saving grace is kind of that big choke at the end that you can hold in. It's Reinhardt's only corner. Reinhardt loves corners, and that's his only one on the entire point.
Yeah.
So they were able to take advantage of that, but I think with the damage that UNC did on the first 2 points, it just wasn't going to be, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You're
eventually
just not
that
gonna see that
domino.
squandered. Yeah.
Eventually, that domino is gonna fall. You know, you can't allow such a big time advantage on Nevada. Gosh, that was a fun game.
That was a
That was great.
dominant victory.
From the word go, from the first fight, UNC playing with aggression, playing with tempo, playing with Shadow Beast swinging his hammer all over the place.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Getting Coralligator charged up on that sim. We saw a couple of sim kills come out from him on that first point of Liu Zhang. And that's so important to be able to, as a main tank too, to be able to position your sim, let your sim charge beam off the enemy shield, and then let her just walk in.
I am being told that we have a Camo Henry interview coming up. The legend himself, Camo Henry, everybody's favorite off-tank player, will be coming into the studio live.
And Orisa now.
Yeah, and Orisa player.
We see him flex onto the main tank for a little bit there, responding to that close hold from St. Andrews, maybe not wanting to run the Sigma anymore.
Yeah, he will be here live and in person in, I believe, just a few moments. And we'll be hearing from him about today's match, which was nothing short of a dominant one, and he plays part in that for sure.
I can imagine him being in good spirits after that, especially, as a tank player, when your other tank is doing some of the things that we saw Shadow Beast doing tonight. It's such a lovely feeling because you just have so much room. You have so much space to operate. You don't have nearly as much stress. Off-tank is a very stressful job that has a lot of things to do, but when your team is just supporting you like this, playing like a unit, it just makes it so much easier. Makes it kind of a breeze to play off tank, honestly.
Yeah. It makes me excited too to see Giddy next time that we do have a UNC JV game here. Giddy, for those of you who don't know, is a tank player. Unfortunately, we were looking to reschedule the match this week. We weren't able to do so, so that's why Shadow Beast was added to the roster earlier in the week. But I'm excited to see Giddy play alongside Camo Henry. I know that they've been talking up their synergy as well.
Yes.
And I think we didn't get to see it, but I think Camo Henry is a pretty good Sigma that I'm excited to see eventually.
Yeah. We didn't see any of the double shield tonight from UNC, so they've still got tricks that they can pull out. They haven't shown their full hand yet in that dominant win. They didn't have to, really. But we definitely know that they've got more flexibility that they can work with. We know Coralligator has a fantastic Pharah, for example, that we didn't see tonight.
Sure.
So there's plenty more to watch for coming up this season. Can UNC kind of execute those comps as they play against maybe some even higher rated opponents? Can they keep this momentum going? If they play like they did tonight, I'm confident that they can beat pretty much anybody in this draw.
Yeah,
that was exceptional.
That was, it's kind of hard to beat that. I think we have Camo Henry here live. He may be pulling up on camera here in just a second. We are figuring that out logistically.
Here.
He's off camera. We're trying to get him here. Oh, we got him with a mic. That's perfect.
You had to go around me.
Okay. Yeah, we are live, Henry. So Henry, just give me the general feel after that amazing victory today.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting that kind of victory. We showed up tonight.
Oh yeah.
Good performance from everyone, and honestly, I've never played it or seen Shadow Beast play. I've heard some good things, but honestly, after tonight, Giddy, you need to step it up.
No.
Wow. I'm sure it's all love. Yes, Shadow Beast, kind of just a legend of the scene here at UNC. What were you most impressed seeing from your tank duo here tonight?
My diva eat on that May.
Oh, I was talking about Shadow, but I like that more too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We all noticed. We noticed. We saw it.
Okay.
It was red.
Miscalled it, actually.
I did call it. I
so
said I want to see the eat come out, and just 2 seconds later, the reverse caster curse, the caster bless. I don't know.
Bless RNG.
Coming out with that eat, that was beautiful.
Anything that stood out from your teammates tonight? Just anything that you want to talk about that was happening in the comms.
We just all played really well. Our DPS played very well tonight. Soy, I know Soy doesn't play a lot of Lucio, but played amazingly tonight.
Made me proud.
Yeah,
Aww.
honestly.
Beautiful.
And even though me and Giddy have been working on our communication as tanks, me and Shadow did really well. I even played a little bit of main tank. As
Yeah,
you
we
saw.
saw.
We were talking about that too. Yeah,
so
the
I
Orisa
had
coming
a lot
out.
of practice on main tank, but I think I did pretty well. So
I would agree.
It was interesting. I think we still have a lot of stuff to work on. We got a little cocky there at the end of.
We saw the
Havana.
emote come out from Jester at one point.
Jester was feeling
on
himself.
first point
Yeah,
Havana.
We
That
were
was
definitely feeling ourselves. Maybe got a little too cocky. Made some misplays, but overall good game, and definitely have a lot to cover in the VOD review. But glad that we played well.
Yeah, it's just an absolutely dominant game all around. One last thing before you go here. Do you think you'll do the same thing next week?
Win? Yes.
I'll take it.
there. It is.
Yeah. So thanks to Camo Henry for coming around here. I've been
My
told
mom. I'm gonna shout out my mom.
we got a
one for
shout out
you.
coming out to Camo Henry's mom. So Miss
Really?
Camo Henry, wherever you are out there, hope you're having a good night. Thanks everybody for watching. I believe we're gonna wrap this up here. Yep, we're gonna wrap up this stream. It was a really fun game. I'm so excited to be back here casting with my friend Mist, and we are thrilled to hopefully come back next week or this week or whenever the next game will be. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
If it gets rescheduled again.
But in the meantime, you can check the Instagram, the UNC Esports Instagram for updates. And also, Varsity will be playing on Wednesday. It will not be streamed, but they will update you there about whether or not we are able to pull off the win against USC. That's South Carolina, Cocky Gaming, University of South Carolina. So that's Wednesday at 9. But yeah, that's going to be it for us in the studio. Hope you guys all have a good night, as good as that game was.
Hard to not be in a good mood after seeing that.
Yeah. And from Mist here, I'm Master Swood, and we wish everybody a good night. And GDT BATH. Signing off.